spoken. I'm your forever host, Tyson Apostol. Will never go anywhere, would never even dream of turning my back on the listeners. I wouldn't leave anybody high and dry. I would always be here, just knowing that you're dependent on me. And I am like Swiss clockwork, Swiss trains, always on time, never. Not only am I always here, I'm always punctual as well. And so is my co-host, Ashleigh Smith.
Howdy, howdy.
Ashleigh's been here since the beginning of time as well, as far back as I can remember. It's just been us two on the podcast.
Just us.
With our guests. And that's how we remember it. And hopefully that's how you remember it too. Today with us, we have internet sensation, improv comedy superstar.
Check.
Keep
going.
New father.
Yes.
Pickleball enthusiast.
That's right.
And lover of life.
Wow.
Shaun Johnson. One of my friend of Tyson Apostol, Shaun Johnson.
That was a great intro. We didn't even plan that. You just off the cuff. I got to write all that down for my next event.
Yeah. I could have kept going. That was pretty good though.
It. Just text me later. Text me the other ones.
Yeah. I mean, you can go back and, text you the ones that we didn't hear.
The ones you didn't do.
You can go back and listen to this. Shaun, tell us just a little bit about yourself before we get into Survivor. We're going to get into Survivor. I promise you guys, but you don't know Shaun and I know Shaun. He's very, very funny. And we bonded over pickleball. And I thought, he's a Survivor super fan. I think that's where we connected over pickleball and Survivor. That's
true.
Is that fair to say?
Fair to say. And my wife was, I'm trying to remember when we first connected. It was social media somehow, right? But my wife was just completely floored that I was in contact with you. And she was so excited because you are her favorite Survivor ever. I don't know if she
still after she met me.
Even still after she met you. Yeah.
Wow.
She was like, I can shrug all that in-person stuff off and just keep the image of him on the show in my brain. No, she's a huge fan of yours and I am as well. But she was like, you don't understand. Like Tyson is the best to me. So we've loved being in contact with you over the years. And yeah, so I do comedy. Johnson Files is my Instagram. And so that's how you and I kind of got in touch. Making funny videos online and doing live shows is kind of what I do. So, yeah.
Yes. And I've been to 2 improv shows and 1 stand-up comedy show. You ventured out into stand-up comedy. Also very, very funny. And Shaun is signature clean humor. You can take...
That's right. I keep it clean. Yeah.
Keeps it clean. So you can take kids. I might curse on this podcast.
She's like, oh... Yeah, I'm not
she's
going to go there.
She's
I'm not going to be there.
Click, her camera's off. So that's it. And I thought this season I wanted to do something a little bit different. We always have Survivor contestants on here. They're very, very good because they've experienced the game. But you are a super fan. You've seen almost all the seasons. You're familiar with almost all the players in the history of Survivor. And we love to get that perspective as well. So without further ado.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Let's go to Kelly Tribe. We open up with this very long intro scene before the credits. Did that feel, I didn't even know that we hadn't seen the intro yet until I watched like 10, 15 minutes of the show. Was that weird to anybody else or am I just too sensitive now?
I didn't notice that.
They went to Kelly Tribe, the Blue Tribe, and they had a whole segment on them.
Before hitting the
opening.
Gotcha.
Yeah. They usually do that, like a little morsel, but this was very long and I liked it. I was like, okay, I didn't miss the intro like everybody did when they stopped doing it. But the intro was great. We get Annie, the puppet master.
Self-named.
Do you? Which leads us to the question of the day. Can you give yourself your own nickname?
No. You cannot. No, and I feel the same way about the bromance. You can't go around and say, "Hey guys, we're a bromance."
Yeah, everybody tell us about how horny we are for each other.
Wait, what about the Riz God? Is he allowed to give himself the Riz God?
I think somebody probably said Riz God to him. It's so easy and obvious.
It's kind of on the nose, right? It's right there.
It's a little on the nose.
Yeah. You can't it's like my name's Tyson. And the amount of times somebody's made a Tyson chicken nugget joke is like,
it's just right there.
Yeah, it's just right there. Like you can't not. And I'm on House of Villains and people are making Tyson chicken nugget jokes and I'm not laughing and they think I don't have a sense of humor. I'm like, no, it's just like the only thing I've heard since I can remember hearing things.
Yeah.
So Rizzo's probably the same in this day and age. Speaking of vibes and modern vernacular, I want to go to Annie though. Shaun, you get on Survivor. It's been your lifelong dream. You're there. You know how to play the game. You're a student of the game. You've studied it. You could be the puppet master. How does Annie feel watching this back? Is she like, I'm an idiot. I look so dumb. Or is she just so happy that she got to experience this? Like, I think my pride would be hurt because I've also been on the receiving end of a blindside and not known it was coming. But the editors didn't make me look like a complete doofus.
Right.
They could have. I think they could have. And they didn't.
I think it's a classic scenario of somebody coming in just assuming they've kind of got things figured out. And everybody is just playing into their hands. And guess what? Everybody else is doing that too. And you just, I think it would be hard if you're a student of the game and you've psyched yourself up and you're that personality type. Not to come in and just assume like, if I talk to them and I do this, they're all just NPCs in my universe and I'll just move them around. And you just don't think they're going to operate autonomously that much without you. I think that's
exactly, it's exactly what it is. It's like, it is like, I was thinking that, but you put it in much better words. It's just like, she's just assuming nobody else is playing a game. And she's just like out here, like, I am the main character. They are doing what I'm saying. And they are not talking about me when I'm not here.
The only scenes happening in this movie are when I'm on screen. You know what?
Blink.
You know what she made me think of? So you and I haven't talked about this, but for probably 20 years or so, I facilitate for friends the game Werewolf. Have you played Werewolf before?
Yes, I know Werewolf.
Like Mafia.
It's like Traders. Traders, Mafia.
So, Traders, totally, based off of those games. And I rarely play. I've played a very few amount of times. I'm always the facilitator for my friends.
I bet you're great for that.
I enjoy it. It's fun. And I like to watch it play out. And I've noticed things as I've done that. And one of the things I notice every single time is in the first few rounds, the most vocal people go home. It just always happens because everybody's figuring things out. There's not a lot to go off yet in the game. Now, granted, Survivor gives you the challenges and other things are happening. You have more stuff to go off. You're living together. But in general, I think the principle's true. You come out of the gate hot. You start thinking, I'm going to start like suggesting people's names and throwing stuff out there. And instantly people start going, maybe we just get them out of here. They're scaring me. They're worrying me. They're stressing me out. And it's better to just keep your cool because those first few rounds, people are just looking for a reason. They don't have a lot to go off.
They don't. And anything that just triggers them or annoys them or they're just like, and they can get other people behind it.
Yeah.
Which is exactly why I would vote Shannon out for leading the prayer over the crowd.
Yes. I couldn't go along with that stuff.
So what are you doing in that situation? Like, so you grew up, you're in Utah.
Yeah.
We both come from a similar background, very religious. And there are people that do say prayers when they're at McDonald's over their food and you're looking at them. And I don't know what side of the line you are on that. I was even growing up when my parents were there in charge. We didn't pray in public like that. That was like a flashy, self-righteous thing that we didn't do because we don't need to show other people how good we are. You do that in private. But I would be
I also don't think that if you pray over McDonald's, it's going to help it improve its nutritional value at all.
So is that your lack of faith or your lack of trust in McDonald's or a little bit of both?
That's my faith that God has already decided that this isn't good for you and he's not going to change that.
He's already put his foot down.
He's going, you can pray over that all you want. Yeah. I already made the rules and it's not going to work. So,
oh my gosh.
Okay. So what's the point, right?
Yeah.
What are you doing? I mean, are you doing anything in this situation? You just going along with it? I feel like it's kind of the same scenario as Annie where she's loud. Shannon is obviously vocal about wanting to pray over the crab. So you just have to go along with it. But it's also putting her in the limelight, and you're trying to avoid the spotlight in any capacity in these first couple weeks as you're navigating and trying to get a feel for it.
Totally. I think, isn't it is it Nate, the Marvel guy?
Yes.
He's clearly not into it, right? But
he's not into it. He's trying.
Just like, okay, I got to go along with this. I would not be into that. I'm not thanking the sand for being under my feet. Like, it's just too much for me. But I do think it's a situation where just let them do their thing, and you have to kind of sit back. If you can be off to the side with someone you've connected with and kind of have that office water cooler moment where you go like, hey, that's a little much, right? You're on the same page as me. But
then she's on the outs.
Yeah, exactly.
Like if that happened to you and I and Ashleigh, we'd all three be there like, get a load of this crab prayer.
Yeah. And now
crab
you got a bond.
Yeah, now you've got a bond. Now you are a locked in three. The Trinity.
Because you didn't want to do yoga. That's your locked in.
Exactly. Dude, I bonded with so many people in my life over not wanting to do yoga. It's like one of the top bonders
that links you to people.
That links me to people as someone invites you to an early morning hot yoga class. You're like, or we could skip it. And then I know I found my people. Yeah. Let's go to Nate. He is open-minded about being open-minded. Is he doing a good job?
I like him.
I think he's doing a great job. Yeah. He's trying very hard to be cool. Ashleigh, did you like that playback of how many times they said vibe and
that
fire?
Was funny.
Dude,
I thought it was so funny. Oh my God.
Now imagine a bunch of almost boomers on House of Villains doing that over and over. Like the amount of times I heard vibe and fire. I thought fire was out. We were using fire like 5 years ago. Is that still, people are still saying that thing?
I don't think so. I don't think people say it that much as we've heard it, at least today. Like,
yeah.
I haven't heard fire that much at all. I'm surprised that the Riz God didn't say anything like to be like, fire. Ha!
You guys are way out of touch.
Yeah.
Saying that's right, skibbity toilet stuff.
Yeah, skibbity toilet, Cybertruck.
Yeah.
They all kept saying fire. They all kept saying vibe. They all kept saying aura. It said cinematic multiple times.
Millennials.
And I'm going to tell you something, because I got a little insider knowledge here. That crab was not fire. Eating that crab was not fire. That thing was mostly thick exoskeleton shell. There was almost no meat on it. And it was cooked too dry, whatever they did. That's a giant coconut crab. That thing is a garbage. That's like eating a sick pigeon.
So the prayer didn't work? What are you saying?
It didn't change the composition?
No, but none of them are sick yet.
So tell me this, is there you're saying that now, would you say that in the moment too, or did it feel fire in the moment?
Probably a little bit of flavor of any flavor did give you something. Like you get a little bit of crab juice and you're like, okay, that's something different from the plainness of whatever, if they're drinking coconuts, or the plainness of, because you need your bloodlust satiated by killing a creature, praying to the gods to thank them for providing you the earth for humanity to destroy. As long as we thank them while we're chopping them down, we're going to be okay. Right? That's open-minded, I think.
I think that's lovely.
How old do we think Nate is? Do we know?
I don't think he's older than me. I think he's 40-ish.
Okay, because as he was talking...
47.
Okay,
47. He's a year older than me. 47 is different than 40-ish.
Yeah. Yeah, I was listening to him and I thought, I feel exactly how you do, man. I would not be able to keep up with this way of speaking and the vibes and all that, and do it sincerely. It would feel forced for me, for sure. And so I was thinking, like, how old is this guy? Because he feels a little older than me, but I'm definitely in his camp if we're choosing which side of that coin.
if you like, let's say you're Nate and you're like 6 days into the thing, and then out of nowhere and out of your mouth and uncontrollable, like you didn't push it out on its own, you said, "These vibes are so immaculate, it's almost cinematic." Would you immediately just have self-loathing, like quit the
what's
game?
happening?
Like,
what's happening to
can
me?
we get Jeff to camp right now? I have to leave.
I got a medical situation. Bring in medical. Yeah.
I can understand, like, when somebody says any of those words, I'm like, oh yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
But it's like awesome for us. Like, we said awesome for, like, even Nate's like, this is, if I said rad, like, that's how many. And I remember dudes getting so mad at me for saying dude, like, as I was growing up. Like, I remember specifically this old guy at the gym, like at the Orem Fitness Center. And I had like my bag somewhere. He's like, the bags don't go on the benches. And he like moved my bag to the floor. And I was like, oh, sorry, dude. And he was like, and I am not your dude. I am not a dude. And I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, dude. Like, I can't not say dude to you. So yeah.
And sweet. We don't say sweet as much. When I was in junior high, I was like, bro, dude, that's sweet. That's so sweet. Yeah. This is gonna be sweet. And then it's gonna be sick. Yeah. And now it's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
You know what I miss? I miss swag. We used to say swag a lot, which is it's a bit silly, but swaggy, swagoo, just put it in there.
You can
I never worked that one in. I never was.
Yeah, that Ashleigh, you're younger than us.
Just a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah. Andy's not doing herself any favors with the coconut dictation. Like, can she? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, you go out there and you've seen episodes and you're like, don't be the boss.
Yeah.
Does she not, she can't understand that she's being the boss.
I think people get out there and they, especially when they're a little bit older than the rest of the group, it's hard for them. That's why I really respect the restraint of, I pulled up the names here so I don't forget, Matt.
Yeah.
You saw when they were making the fire, not changing subject, but similar situation, right? Matt knows it's not going to do me any favors here to just pull age rank on everybody and mansplain them how to do everything, you know?
Yeah.
And so he waits to be asked. And that's some wisdom right there, because you're building relationships and like I said, they're going to judge you on anything. And as soon as they start to feel like, you know what, I don't need my dad out here making me feel stupid or like I don't know what to do. Yeah. And then they just decide on a whim that you're it. And Annie doesn't get that. I really think she thinks she's kind of playing everybody. She's smarter than all these young people and she can just tell them what to do. And they're like, yes, ma'am. And it just, two different sides of that coin. You can see they're learning different things or acting differently, I should say.
Yeah, you really can. Do you like Jake's shoe hiding strategy? Is this gonna be a thing that's going to either bite him in the ass or be a season long? Like, are we seeing this all season until Jake's gone?
I love the shoe hiding. I don't know why. Yeah. It's not a strategy to me, but I love stuff like that. The only thing I thought when he was doing it was, dude, if you're gonna make this your thing, then right out the gate, the first shoe you hide has to be your shoe.
Yes.
Your shoe has
and then you have to be like, and you have to be like, where is my shoe? How could a shoe walk away? You have to make a big old thing of it. Yep. And then the rest of the time you can hide shoes and people will be like, it's not Jake. He flipped out on the first shoe that was hidden. But he's just kind of doing it without a lot of thought, I think. But I love the idea of just, messing with people a little bit. Almost. It is. It's not deliberate enough. Yeah.
He'll walk past a shoe and be like, oh, I forgot about my shoe.
I hide things. Yeah. I'm
gonna hide shoes. I'm Jake the shoe hider.
I got to remember that.
Yeah. And then he grabbed the wrong shoes, but he got to play it off because someone thanked him for it. But I don't mind the shoe thing. I think like it's fun, but it's got to be more disruptive than just a shoe in the moment. Or I don't know. Or I always wanted to take people's stuff out of their bags, like Jawan did, kind of, and put it in someone else's bag. Like they stole, like frame people for stealing other people's stuff. Like, could you take that shoe and put it in somebody's bag? So you hide the shoe for a couple different shoes, and people are like, shoes are going missing. It's weird. And then put a shoe in someone else's bag to frame them.
Yeah.
And then find the shoe in the bag.
I agree with you. I think there needs to be more, unless for him it's just out of sheer boredom and I'm just going to do this because it's funny for me to watch.
Yeah.
But I think there's validity, maybe more so when you don't like your tribe or like half your tribe you don't like, to sow some chaos. It might be a little early to be trying to disrupt your tribe. Clearly, they're not doing well.
They're on the disaster tribe.
So yeah, why are we making life harder? But maybe as a strategy later in the game, I always love anything where someone just decides I'm just gonna do this just to see what happens. It's part of the social experiment, right? Like
yes,
let's do it.
Yes. I was gonna say, you get out on Survivor, they cast you. You're on the disaster tribe. Like, do you address that? Like, they haven't won anything. They've lost 5 in a row at this point.
Yeah. Wow.
And it happens a lot of seasons. Are you excited about this? If you're in the majority on this tribe, are you happy with this? Because historically, if you are one of the survivors of the disaster tribe, you have a very deep run or even a win in the game.
Is that true?
Yeah, because
looked at it.
The other bigger tribes eat each other and try to fight over who gets the people tribe from the smaller tribe. And then the smaller tribe pretty much goes undetected and just like is the swing vote back and forth until they take power.
Wow. Yeah, that makes sense.
So I would feel shame being on the disaster tribe. My tribe has won every single first immunity challenge that I've ever encountered.
Oh, wow. Nice.
So across all shows.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
I think ultimately what you said, I would not want to be on the disaster tribe. I don't think at that stage in the game, I could be thinking, nice, I'm going to be the surviving member of the disaster tribe because historically, yeah, exactly. If it turns into that, fantastic. But there's no question life is better. You're feeling good early game if you can have a successful tribe, a good vibe, and life's good. Because they don't attach. It's not just winning, right, and going to tribal council. Because they attach supplies to these challenges, you're hurting in every way. So I would never choose to be on the disaster tribe for sure. Yeah.
They are definitely hurting. Lots of brain farts out there, supposedly, apparently.
They couldn't even get a sentence out of that.
Wow.
I was
Sophie,
like, what is going on?
Yeah. Sophie and Jeremiah, all of them were just like, And I was like, I never felt like that. But,
oh, man.
And they're only a handful of days in.
They're a couple days in, yeah. That was interesting to see. I didn't know what was...
Yeah, you like they're eating worms. Would you resort to eating earthworms at this stage? I think don't they have some parasites or bacteria or something? I don't know. I didn't do the research. I thought they're probably safe to eat. And then I thought, no, they're probably not.
I guess you're probably more likely parasites of raw, bigger food like fish and things like that. But I don't know. Do worms have little parasites within parasites?
Like do worms have worms?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I don't know. You've experienced it. I have not. I mean, we've all been hungry, but I don't know. I've never been put in that situation. I submitted my tape, as you know.
Yes. Survivor.
I don't get it.
Right now.
I submitted one tape. They didn't take it. I don't get it.
Yeah. And then it's like, what more can you do?
What more can I do here? Come on.
I don't think eating worms is worth it at this point. Like those were so small. It's like digging and scrapping together for what to maybe get sick. That's
and
not
the calories aren't worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. Where did Jawan go wrong with his tribe? Because he's not in the 4.
One's Jawan.
He's the one that accidentally took Savannah's bag.
Yes. What was that?
At what point? So he accidentally took Savannah's bag, but he dumped it. He had to empty it to fill it with sticks. But at that point, when he's like picking through her personals, you would think that he would realize it's not his bag.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out that. They never really, how do you mix up and never realize?
That's the cliffhanger of the whole season. We won't learn until
the very end.
Second to last episode, how Joanne made that mistake.
The mistake that potentially ruined his game because she's pissed about that bag.
She is pissed about the bag.
She's like, he's annoying me. I'm bugged. I think he needs to go.
Yes.
I have to say, I think she's the best newscaster that's been on Survivor. And this is no shade to anybody, but when she did her little newscaster, just like on the fly,
it was legit.
Nailed it.
Really good.
Nailed it. The voice and everything.
Yeah.
Big respect to Savannah for that. Yeah.
She seems smart too.
Yeah. Does that surprise you?
No, I'm saying she's not just like reading the news that someone else gave her. She seems like she's an actual maybe journalist that like knows the topics. There's both out there, talking heads and then smart people.
I don't know the industry well enough, but I do. I mean, she was so quick with that, and it was just like so spot on. Like I was like, I definitely couldn't do that. I was like, whatever she just did there, I don't have that thing.
Yeah.
And a little jealous that she was so good at it, because we've seen people do it and they've done it okay. And we've seen people fail while put on the spot to do it. But I don't think we've ever seen anyone hit a true home run with it like she did.
I'd have to go back and check when other people did it. So I don't know this for sure.
So we got Devon's, and it was his like season long shtick where he was just like, tonight.
Did the editors give him the legit music, or did they let him sit silent and do his impression?
No, they gave him the music.
They gave him the music? Because I feel like if I was the editor, if they weren't good at it, I'd be like, you know what? Mute the music. Let him sit in this. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for the music. Don't give him the music.
I think he did the music himself, or they gave him the music, and he was fine. It was more of like a comedy shtick thing.
Yeah.
And then Rome, they gave Rome a couple seasons to, wasn't he calling the challenge or something as Jeff? And he was very bad. He did not stick the landing at all. And so this from Savannah was, can't give her enough credit for how professional that was. My mind was blown. Like, I don't know why, like, because you're sitting there in that interview and there's a camera crew behind and a producer there. And the producer's like, do it in a newscaster way. And she's like, here we go.
She's okay, like, cool. Sounds good.
And they know that she's either failing or crushing it. And either one is going to make TV.
Yep.
And so she crushed it and they showed it. She is targeting Juwan because he accidentally used her back.
That's right.
Is that enough reason to hate someone?
Yes.
Yes. Ashleigh says yes.
And at this stage, that's the thing. Like, the strategy isn't deep enough. There haven't been enough history to make decisions. So it's off stupid stuff. That's what I mean about Werewolf. I'll see the whole group. I've got 15 people. They're all going to vote for one person. And it's because they just said one thing out the gate. And it was so minor. Yeah. But they're like, well, what else are we basing it on? He's bugging me. Get rid of him, you know?
Or when everybody's eyes were closed, they heard the guy's shirt.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he shifted. Well, I shift. Yeah, exactly. It's because there's so little to do, and they haven't established their long-term strategies. So yeah, you can't make stupid mistakes like that. I was thinking to myself, would I push myself to the front to go on those challenges where they take you away from the island?
We're going to talk about that right now.
Cool.
This is where we're at.
Perfect.
We have the boat showing up.
Mm-hmm.
First, before we get into that, Sage has to pee. She always has to pee. Anytime her fight or flight response is activated, it's like the exact fight or flight means that you don't have to pee. Like, if all of a sudden you have like an axe murderer chasing you, you don't have to pee or poo anymore. You just have to run.
Yeah.
Everything is ceasing. Yes, everything's on hold. You have mom strength, adrenaline, like you could lift a car off a baby as your flight or
is that what she called it? Fight or flight?
I think
or something like that.
Something like that, but
adrenaline or
yeah, and
it's more like nerves.
She's getting nerve peas.
Yeah,
but she could use this to her advantage to go find idols.
That's clever. That's clever.
She's just set up the narrative that she has to pee all the time.
I wonder if she's going to be able to do that, because she seems like she's a little too honest about everything.
Yeah.
So I'm worried that she's literally just going to go pee.
I think that's true.
Yeah.
Just pee.
Just pee? You think just pee? What would happen is she'd talk to herself about lying about peeing to go look for idols, but that would make her pee And then after she'd peed, she'd convince herself she's going to look for idols, but I would make her pee again.
Oh my
God. She'd be trapped in a loop of pee.
She's going to run out of time.
Forever and ever until she convinces herself she's not going to look for idols.
Well, if you go pee enough and you choose a different spot every time, you're bound to pee on an idol at some point.
That's right. As long as she's doing both.
Just statistically.
Yes. Just in a grid pattern through the entire island, she will eventually get to the idol.
She's got a little grid chart. She's keeping track of it.
Okay, boats show up. Shaun, you're the first one to raise your hand and be like, let me do it.
I don't know. Because the Survivor fan in you wants to, right? But
sure.
It's putting yourself in a fail or win situation that potentially affects your tribe. And you're separated.
You're separated, but not even that. You are potentially blocking someone who really wants to go, which is creating an enemy of that person as well.
Yep.
You're also potentially making a loser out of other tribe members that you're later going to potentially merge with. So
that would be horrible.
There's so many negatives that can come out of it. And good for Juwan. He got to come back and have that like, hey, I did it for us moment.
Yeah.
But now Jake is like, geez, that guy, and he's got grudges that are based on that one situation. It's fun to go do and see what it is, but I think it's too high of a risk versus reward, personally.
I think it's better that Juwan chose the tribe that didn't end up losing, because they're not going to be as hurt, because they are like, he can go to the merge and be like, I knew you guys were going to win anyways, so like that's why I did.
And he said that too.
Throw it away. Yeah.
He said, you guys are probably going to dominate anyway, so that's why I'm doing it. Yeah, it's true. If they had lost, they're blaming him forever.
Yeah.
Yes.
Forever. Like, even like the years past the game, that tribe is just like, how do we get Juwan back?
You changed our fate. Yeah.
Yes. So, yeah, I think I'm sitting back. I'm not going on that. Thing. Unless like you get nominated by the tribe. But sure. I'm not even putting my name in the hat. I'm like, I don't really need to go. Let somebody else go. But everyone seems anxious. Why are they so anxious in this new era to step up and do that? Like, it seems like every season there's at least a couple people and they're always like, you only get to do this once and you gotta, take
people
your
can't
risks.
Suppress the fandom, man. And honestly, that's one thing that I will say about recent seasons over the past 4 years. I get it. Everybody's excited to be on the show.
Yeah.
But I cringe as a viewer when somebody's like, you're Jeff, you're here. I'm on the show. I'm here. It's like we're on Wheel of Fortune or Price is Right all of a sudden. And it's like, listen, let the like super fan moment sink in and then get in the game and don't go starstruck on everything. I kind of don't like that. I understand why they are excited. I would be excited too, but it's too overt. So I think that's part of it is like, this is bucket list for me and everything's bucket list. I don't love that.
You got to get that bucket list, that Survivor bucket list.
Yeah.
Speaking of bucket lists, we'll go back to the journey, but the fans, Alex finds this idol and everyone immediately knows about it.
Mm-hmm.
He told his bromance. His bromance told his number one. Then Alex told his other person, who he ended up voting out anyways. And Jeremiah happened to just be in the area and he found out.
Yep.
So, and then at tribal council, he's like, I know I don't have the idol.
I hope nobody's found it.
I hope nobody's found it. I know I haven't found it.
For one person.
Not even, no.
Does Annie know?
Yes, he told
Everybody
her.
knows.
Oh, he told Annie.
Told
That's
Annie.
Right. Oh, so yeah, what was that? He wants the people that know to think that nobody else knows.
And they've already probably all talked about it except for Annie, but then they just vote her out. So what's even the point?
Yeah. Overcautious there for sure.
I hope I haven't found. I hope no one else has. I haven't found it. Yeah, I loved that moment. I was like, who is he talking to right now? Jeff? Jeff probably is notified that he found the idol. Like, I don't know who's this for?
Yeah.
Maybe he's hoping like they do like one of those flashbacks where it's like, on day 3, Alex actually found the idol. That's why he has it now and he's safe. But they didn't. They don't do that anymore.
Right.
Okay, we're at the journey. Dude, this is a little twist where the losers are told that they don't lose their vote, but then they could lose their vote.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I were to go there and it's like you leave with nothing, I'd be like, oh, that's a weight off my shoulders.
Yes.
No problem whatsoever. And if it had gone the way where then I then lose a vote, I think I would throw a fit. I would throw a fit.
Yeah, because they lied.
It clearly stated I would go back to the tribe with nothing and not lose or gain anything. Yeah. But then I lost something. So I don't know which way
was it
up.
worded in a shady way that was it worded to kind of deceive, or I'm trying to remember how they said it.
Maybe there was some fine print that we didn't see at the very bottom. That's like too small to read
the
without.
Challenge itself will not lose your vote. That's not to say that later someone can't take your vote. Yeah.
Yes, may or may not. At producer's discretion.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know how it was worded either. But other than that, I mean, we get Juwan. Did he make the right decision? It's a tough call there. I think you're alienating people no matter what. You're pissing someone off. Should you piss an individual off extra bad, or should you piss an entire tribe off? Potentially a little, but maybe a lot.
That's hard. I think I would have done what he did at the stages. Tribes in, they've been doing okay.
Yeah.
He wants to keep that going. You also have to have an explanation when you come back, and if you don't have anything for the tribe, and it's getting in the game where if you don't have something for them, they're all suspicious that you got something for yourself, and it's hard to really push that off.
And the other two are going back saying Juwan won. Mm-hmm. So he has to expose that he has something anyways. He can't come back and say he doesn't have anything.
True.
Well, he can, but at the merge, it will be exposed, or at the swap, whatever's going to happen, it's not going to last very long. Because just like Alex with his idol, nobody can keep any secrets whatsoever. Like even, who was it? Was it Sophie? I just remember people like immediately. Oh, MC gets pulled into this foursome.
Oh, yeah.
Seems great. She doesn't like it. I get it. That's fine. Have a plan B. Start building relationships. But when you go and tell somebody that they're the target, they can go back to somebody and say, so MC told me that I'm the target.
Yeah.
Right.
Muddles it.
Yeah. I don't hate that she MC, you don't want to work with that foursome. Great. Everything was right. You treated it right. You said yes. You went along with it. You said you're a lock. You pledged your allegiance to them. You don't like it. Go build that relationship and don't weaponize the info you have until you're going to strike.
Yep. Or even if she's like locked down with Sophie, because she's not even locked down with her yet.
Yes.
And she's already giving her information before knowing if Sophie is on her side.
That was weird.
Use the info. Yeah.
So
I think I was going to say with Juwan, sorry, before we get off him, I think the only reason you take that individual advantage in that moment is if things are so tumultuous back at tribe and it's like one side against the other kind of a thing. And you don't care about the tribe. You care about your alliance in the tribe, and we need this,
Right. If there's a line.
Yeah. If everything's good and we're at this early in the game, it's kind of like, why am I going to go rock the boat here? And I don't need it. I don't need to do that right now.
Yes.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's the safest play to do that. I don't know who I would choose in that moment, though. Would I choose the losing tribe just because they're losing? Because they are the minority as well. They have fewer people to piss off. Greater chance they're going to lose and send one more person home. So now there's only 4 people there that are mad at you. I don't know. It's one of those things where he probably thought about it and went through every scenario, and this is what he decided and determined was best for him. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it's tricky. Immunity challenge. Do you still want to play after seeing this net thing where it's like people are getting crotched by it, getting their arms stuck in it, getting their probably rope burns on their neck? I
know, man. Some of these you're just, I don't know what I would do. I got knee issues. Sometimes I watch these things where they're jumping off of platforms and I'm like,
they jumped
that
off
can't
this
feel
one.
Good.
Yeah, they jumped like 8 or 9 feet down off of this one. And I thought that too. I actually have the 2 notes are the net was miserable and also jumping down that giant drop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of knee issues, for a second I saw Sophie from the blue teams. Her knee looked like really messed up. And I was like, oh my God. But I think it was like her bandage. But for a second I was like, wow, they really
gashed it.
Yeah,
you thought she gashed it?
Yeah,
she had scabs, open scabs or something all over it from scraping from whatever else she had going on.
Oof.
So we get Christina reacting to Juwan as he named them as the tribe that was going to get the 20 pounds of coconuts. She like she didn't care what the reasoning was. And then she rolled her eyes pretty good. So I think you have to, that's hard to figure out like who's going to be really pissed, but Christina is very pissed. She's not going to be less pissed just because they won. And she's a
team player.
And she didn't even have to carry the coconuts.
Yeah.
She was screaming,
she was mad,
losing her voice, screaming for her tribe. And everything looked great for Kayleigh. Had the puzzle first, lots and lots of time. What was your favorite moment about this puzzle? They didn't do anything. Did you like Annie telling them to move the piece that was fastened to the ground?
Oh, right. Yeah. The communication, man. It's just like, and I guess they're in this brain fog. I don't know what's up with their tribe.
I don't know.
Because you don't see the other tribes having these moments of like, I can't think. But I guess we're saying it's because they've lost and they haven't had sustenance. Is that enough? Is that the reason?
No.
I mean,
it's like, no, you can be hungry.
If your fight or flight response kicks in, that adrenaline's just going to go into overdrive.
Yeah.
You'll figure it out. If adrenaline will feed you to get through, and then you can be gassed after. But
the first couple times it was like, oh, okay, they're a little tired. But by the time they got to tribal, it was like, oh, these people can't think right now. Like their brains are fried for some reason. And Jeff
they're
kept
not even
saying,
the ones eating worms.
Jeff kept saying, and it's hot out here, guys. I know it's hot out here.
Yeah, why did he say?
He kept giving them that, like we would all go, oh yeah, it's hot. Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I can totally feel it. The evening wasn't hot. Sophie had like a snowsuit on.
The biggest sweater I've ever seen.
It was a great sweater.
It looked great and comfy, but she was not hot.
She wasn't hot. Nobody was hot. They're all wearing their long sleeve stuff. Fiji gets chilly in the evenings.
At night.
That wind coming in off the ocean, it can be chilling. So I don't think it was hot right there, but who knows? Maybe it was. Jeff calling the challenge before it was done. He was like, Kayleigh blows an insurmountable lead. They're not winning.
It's over.
It's over. It wasn't over, but they stopped working on their puzzle.
Yeah.
I would vote someone out who stopped working on the puzzle before it was over.
I agree.
Yeah.
At least make it look like you're trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows a mental weakness, I think, of competition of like, it's a principle, right? It's just like, it's not over till it's over. And we've seen, I mean, look at Rizzo or whatever. He freaking won that thing.
You refuse to call him Riz God?
I'm sorry, I haven't got Riz God in my vernacular yet. Riz God, he'll have to prove that to me. He'll have to prove he's the Riz God, but
by charming the pants off.
But that was, yeah, exactly. I'm waiting. But that was the first episode, right? That he totally. I mean, he stayed on it, even though maybe others would have gone like, he's digging, it's over, I can't. But he just unashamedly was like, here I go. I'm gonna
figure out a way.
Yeah, so I think that's the right attitude.
Yes.
I think we actually don't see that enough on these shows. Like it's with Rizzo, he decided he couldn't do the thing he needed to do. And at that point, he was like, I've lost this. And since I've already lost, I may as well just cheat as much as I can. Yeah. And if they reprimand me, I've already lost. Like, let me take this risk and see what happens. And the show, a lot of times, will let things play like that because they're good TV. And I think too many people just give up. being self-defeated rather than just try to break all the rules until they're like, we're actually have to kick you off the show now. That was too far. So,
which have they ever kicked anybody off or had real repercussions for things like that? It seems like you can get away with quite a bit, right?
Yeah. Rob and I stole gasoline from a boat to start fires.
Really?
Yeah. And we got reprimanded by a producer. And then we got a nice note from Jeff and some fresh firewood and kerosene.
Aw.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because they want you to get creative, right? I thought it was great that because he doesn't seem like that bold kind of guy, but he just took his pieces over there. Sorry to get back on the first episode, but we're talking about willingness to do what it takes to win, right? And even if you're way behind, and people, I agree, they kind of, even when they're wanting to cheat on a puzzle, they're like glancing over like, oh, I'm peeking, but I'm not peeking. You know, it's like,
I'm not breaking the rule. There's some more morality issue to it within people that is ingrained. I moved to Europe. I was a professional cyclist. I was in the time of all the doping. I was competing against all these people that were doping. Not everybody was, but there were a lot. And you had to train and race with these dopers. And I had been propositioned to figure out some type of doping regimen at some point in my career with certain doctors. And I couldn't. I was like, I would feel too much shame if I ever got caught. My family would feel shame. But cycling is so difficult and it's so hard on your body that done properly, performance-enhancing drugs would actually be healthier for you than not. Like certain levels of HGH, of testosterone, of that stuff will keep your body healthier than trying to do it without that stuff. So, and it's not that I should have done, but it was like not even a question. It was disgusting to even think that. And then you have all these other people. This is with Rizgod, it's a Jean Valjean scenario where he's like, I have to steal bread for my family.
And you know what?
Is it wrong?
I don't think the viewers are faulting him. I think people think it's great.
They love it.
Nobody cares.
They love it.
I did think, his emotional hugging himself, proud of himself celebration maybe was a little much considering how he won. Maybe be like, I don't know if I deserve that, but I got it. You know what I mean? Humility. He was like, yes, I want to hug myself. Like, well, you didn't solve it, but.
Well, he also predicted early on, he predicted preseason that there would be no less than 5 people crying and hugging Jeff. He was mocking the super fans as himself.
And yet he's right there. Yeah.
Is super fanning so hard. Yeah.
I like him though. I think he's a nice kid. He's genuine. He's excited. And I was happy for him when he won that challenge. And again, so going back to the puzzles, just do whatever it takes. I don't think that I as an audience member do not care what you do. I wouldn't care. This might get you on bad terms with other people, but I wouldn't care if you purposely started yelling wrong commands over to another tribe just to confuse them.
Yeah, they've done that.
I don't remember.
Happening.
Okay,
we've seen that happening. It's far in the past.
Bad
but
sportsmanship,
I think,
probably.
Yeah. 3, 42, 28.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And I don't care. Like in the moment, I'm sure the opponents are like, hey, that wasn't cool, dude. Like, let's just do the challenge clean. But as a viewer, I'm like, get them, man. Just confuse them. Do whatever you got to do. So
yes.
If it was like American Idol and the viewers voted, maybe you'd see more of that stuff because you got to keep your tribe mates and opponents happy. But the viewers at home, I think, are like, play dirty, man. Do whatever you got to do.
Yeah. I think we appreciate seeing someone doing absolutely everything they have to do to get to the end.
Whatever it takes.
Yeah. I did like Sophie's self-awareness here where after they lose, she admitted that she may actually be the weak link.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's an easy thing to be like, thought it was Annie. It might not be. Might be me.
Yeah.
It might be me. Which, it does take a level of self-awareness to be able to, because I would still be doing some type of mental gymnastics to be like, no, it's not me. I'm not the weak link. You know whose fault it is? The other puzzle person, because they were telling me a thing when I was trying to think, but I couldn't think because they were telling me a thing. Their fault.
Yeah. You do that in pickleball too, I bet.
I do it in pickleball.
It's always
all the time.
Your partner.
Just like shaking my head like, this fucking guy, dude. How can he? And he knows it. I'm looking at his face. He knows it's his fault. Why am I like that?
I haven't made any mistakes.
I haven't made the mistakes I made are so much fewer than his.
Yeah. The mistakes I made are because he popped it up. Yeah. He started that.
Or I'll blame my mistakes on him, or I'll have a mistake and be like, he's probably looking at that to justify all of his mistakes. So looking at my one mistake to justify all of his.
And he better not be doing that because his bucket is way more full of mistakes than mine.
And if he believes that I'm the problem, this is gross.
This is over.
Yeah, this is over. How do I find out if he thinks that I'm the problem?
No, I agree. I like Sophie. I really like Sophie in general. I think she's smart. I think she's strategic and she's not going too hard. I think she's thinking strategic, but she's biding her time. Things are okay with who she's working with. And I think she was genuinely worried there because she knows that, when people come back and they're almost like they know they were the weak link, but they're waiting in the conversation to see if other people are going to notice it or say anything.
Yeah.
They noticed. Like, they know.
Yeah.
You just need to come out and own it and go, hey guys, I want to, if you're going like, yeah, who was it me? No, nobody's saying anything. Yeah. Maybe they didn't notice that I blew it.
Let's go around the circle and say who we think the weak link is.
Who do you guys think
and
it was?
It's okay. You can say it was me if you think it was me, but I'm going to say it wasn't me. It was Annie.
Yeah.
Annie targeting Jake this whole time. She's wanted Jake gone the whole episode. Last episode too, she was like the puppet mastering everyone into believing that she thinks that everyone is voting Jake out. Mm-hmm. And then she comes back and changes to Sophie. I actually think this was worse for her to try and change it to Sophie than to just try to keep pushing Jake. I don't think it would have mattered ultimately, but the second she was like, actually, it's going to be Sophie, I knew that would immediately get back to Sophie. And
that's it.
The editors tried. They tried so hard for us to believe that maybe it was something else. But I can see Alex for how tough he talks about flipping a game and finally he can play and maybe something crazy is going to happen tonight. Nothing crazy was going to happen tonight.
Yeah.
For what purpose? Why? To piss 4 people off? Like what would be the goal of that? For TV, great for one episode. But the only hiccup here is Jake's he has 2 number 1s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is that,
and they know about each other.
And they know about each other and they don't want each other there.
Yeah. That feels like it's gonna come to a head at some point. Yeah.
Who's gonna win? Who's gonna win out on that?
Romance always wins. Romance,
really?
Yeah.
For me, I don't think I could have that strong of a bromance. I couldn't be doing the little headstands. You want to do it at the same time? Let's do it at the same time. Who's that even for? Neither of you can see it. Your heads are underwater. It's like, let's put our legs up at the same time. You ready? I don't think I could get into a bromance that hard.
That's for the audience. They're thinking this is going to look cool for the audience. Like,
okay,
you don't have kids that age yet, but you go to the pool and you're sitting there
Mom
and
watch.
you're like 6-year-old kids are both like, yeah, hey dad, watch this. Can you do a handstand? It's like, yeah, as long as you learned how to do a handstand at 6. So you have to assume I was around the same age and have been able to do that. Yeah, since that time. But it was.
So you think that was for us? That was for our entertainment.
That was they were showing off.
Yeah.
Bro, can you do a handstand in 6 feet of water? Let's see if you can. I don't know if you're strong enough to be able to hoist 2.5 nautical pounds. Is that how you quantify weight?
If I was Jake's appointed bromance, which he kind of just thrust upon what's his name again?
Alex.
Too forcefully, you think?
He was just like, we're a bromance now, bro. We're a bro. And he's like, okay. If that was me, I'd be the guy in the water going, yeah, at the same time, ready, set, go.
And then, yep.
Oh, that would be great.
And then I'd come up and be like, Oh, nice, dude. That was amazing.
Just like wiping the water out. Whoa, who was longer? I think I came up before you again. Good job. Okay, now let's see who can do it longest.
Let's do it again. What contest?
Come on, please let that happen.
It would be
if
great.
Alex could just convince Jake to stand on his head for as long as possible. Man, just one scene. That would an Emmy. You'd win an Emmy, Survivor.
I think you're right though, Ashleigh. I think with them, for Jake, the bromance will win out.
You think?
He seems so into it. But
he's in his confessional, he said Sophie was his number one first. So he said but he's like, I'm bromancing with Alex, but Sophie's my number one.
Oh,
but Alex is also my number one. I have two number ones. So he did go to that, but initially he did put Sophie before Alex.
And Sophie was very transparent with him with what Annie was talking about and everything. So the trust is building there. You're right. Depending on how things go and what moves get made, that trust may just build and build, and the bromance will just be a fun fling that is over, But
is it a red flag for Annie to tell Alex how much she loves him on the exit? She hugs him. She loves him. If I'm Alex's guy and I'm watching that, I'm like, wait. You had
because no one really knew about that.
Yeah, you had some type of weird relationship with Annie.
Yeah.
Like, what was that? Oh, I was just making her feel like we were tight, so tight that she said that she loved me. I was like,
that's weird.
So are you doing that to me?
Oh,
because I'm bromancing all over your junk, dude, and like you're like now I can't. The vibes are immaculate.
Yeah, you
here.
never
it's almost
mentioned
cinematic. So.
It's fire, baby.
It's fire.
yeah, that's true. Because if he never mentioned anything that he had a little relationship building with her, that would make I think that would turn my head kind of like, that was weird.
Where did that come from?
Yeah, I thought she was just enemy number one. What's going on?
Yeah, nobody talked to her.
So we're heading towards like a heartbreak kind of thing with Jake and Alex, like
because I feel like a hard breakup.
If Jake follows his heart, he's going to be like totally Alex, get his heart broken because Alex seems like he's just playing the game. But if, I'm like, oh no, is this going to be like a heartbreak thing?
No,
for him?
I don't think so. I think they'll use it as like a hero moment where Jake will be like, I had to cut Alex. It was like a thing I had to do and I did it.
Or maybe Alex
does it
is going to pull something on Jake. I mean, Jake could be one of those guys that blindly follows his friendships and doesn't realize that the politics guy is scheming behind his back later in the game. So I wouldn't be surprised to see that either.
Yeah. It would go either way, but I think both of them would be willing to cut each other if they had to, or strategically for whatever purposes. I'm not putting it past either of them. It seems like Alex wants to try and be sneaky at some point, unless that's all talk. And if that's all talk, and he gets to the end, it's going to end up costing him the game. Because you can't promise people you're going to vote out. People who are getting voted out, you can't go to them before and be like, I got the idol. Maybe something crazy is going to happen. We're good, baby. Oh, bye. See, no. And I also voted for you because you noticed that there were no other votes the way that I told you that we were going to vote. Those weren't free. Like that's losing. That's a losing game.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a prediction, and if it comes true, then you can acknowledge me, and if it doesn't, we just never talk about it again.
We'll go back and change.
We can change
podcast episode.
We can use it. Yeah, we can use AI. So I'm going to predict that Alex is going to help facilitate Sophie getting off because he's later in the game. If they're still there, he'll be a part of that like move that is the blind side of Sophie. That would be interesting.
They're going to go to the merge. He's going to go with the other group.
Or he's just going to feel like he needs, like he sees it moving that way and he needs to like cut Sophie and get Jake fully on his side. It's a long shot. I'm throwing it out there.
Will that bond Jake more to him, or will that put a wedge between them?
If he can keep it under wraps. I think that would be his goal, but it's a total, side theory. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out.
A lot of things are going to happen. I just want to throw it out because then if it happens, I look I look really
like
smart.
It's calling your shot, dude. If you don't, millions of people call their shot every day and they don't hit it. But when you do hit it, it looks
it
so
makes
cool.
a difference, right?
It looks cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Let's go to the idol. The idol. Do you like the beware advantages? Do you like that Alex called Jake? He didn't have to. Could have just put it in his pocket, but called Jake over, who then called Sophie over, who then Jeremiah bumped into him, so they may as well pull him in, who then Alex finds it and then tells Annie, and now everybody knows.
Yeah, the snowball effect.
The snowball effect. And Sophie's idea of hiding it for herself and coming back later or
Jake's like, what are you doing? Where are you moving?
Why would you take the key over there? We're gonna move it over here.
We're gonna switch it.
Close to this rock I found that's under these leaves. That's not the box.
He was like, okay. Sure.
Yeah, okay. That was weird.
All right. It was fine.
Oh, Jeremiah's coming, drop it. At that point, if I'm Jeremiah, I am figuring a way out of that group.
Oh yeah.
You walk up there.
I think he never should have. I know him and Jake are in so tight, and I guess in the moment you want someone to confide in. I think having one other person to confide in is good. The problem is, right in that moment, it's unpredictable. This isn't the moment to share. You need to get it in your pocket and find a time to pull Jake aside and be like, hey, people were around. I didn't want to say anything earlier, but here it is. Don't do it right. Hey, come over here.
Well, and when the tribe is so small in this moment, one person knowing and telling one other person, everybody will now know.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't. I think you have to wait till the merge. You get to the merge, maybe. I still am a believer that you have to tell your closest allies before you play it. Otherwise, they feel blindsided by it. But maybe not. Maybe if you play it for the greater good of them and you, then it's fine. So I don't know. But I think Alex should not have definitely have said anything. And he should have totally just hidden it, found it on his own, and not told anybody. That's like the only way now to play Survivor or to play any of these games is to tell no one anything, unless you absolutely have to, because everybody tells everybody everything.
Yeah. They think they're just telling one person, but then that person has even less loyalty.
Yes.
And so they'll tell two people.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then by the time it comes back to you, you lie to those 5 people and say, no, that didn't happen. And they all know you're lying because they already heard it from someone else. So now all of a sudden you're caught out because you thought you could trust one person who you do trust, and they also trust you. They just also told other people.
Yes.
Because someone lit a little heat under their little flame under their feet and they talked.
Do you think it's seen as that big of a sin against your alliance to keep an idol secret and not tell? Like if he doesn't tell Jake and then later Jake sees him play it, is it like, that's it, dude, betrayal? You didn't tell me you had that.
I think a little bit. It's not a betrayal. Right? It shows that they don't trust you enough to tell you.
It's revealing about your your feelings.
So I think if there's a way where you're gonna play it on yourself, tell your alliance before you do so. But if you're gonna do something wild that's for the greater good and it ends up benefiting the people closest to you anyways to do it, you don't have to tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because then they'll be like, see, I did it for us. Look, it worked out. Otherwise you would be gone and I never would have been privy to any of this info if I didn't not tell you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I think there's a way to spin it, and it's situational.
I imagine when you get an idol, you kind of want to tell someone. Is that true?
Oh, dude, it feels so good. You definitely do want to tell someone.
You want to share with somebody you got this
so
thing.
Bad, so bad. Yeah. And I wanted to tell Jervis so bad. I did end up eventually telling Jervis when I found one, and it feels so good to have.
It's
and
a relief
to tell someone. It's a relief to tell someone
It's like confessing your sins.
Yeah. But Natalie gave me an idol on Winners at War. I didn't tell anybody, but it didn't really matter because nobody was going to be able to say anything probably anyways. I also think, and I could be wrong, Riley, our former co-host here on the show, he had an idea that he wanted the idol to be a giant rock. And this was almost that. This was a chain attached to a cannonball with a key on it.
Yeah, it makes a lot of noise too.
And it made a ton of noise. And I was like, this is, if only the idol would have been out in the ocean somewhere where they had to take the cannonball and chain out into the water on the boat and then get down and unlock it. And then have to bring the cannonball back up.
Depending on who finds that, that's an impossible task for some people.
But then you have to get people involved.
Yeah, it's like, I'm telling you because I physically cannot retrieve this idol.
Yes. That's funny. So maybe Riley was a little inspiration there.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
I think that this idol is going to be like the worst thing for Alex as the future
He should have
comes.
played it. He should have just played it on himself,
early.
just thrown it in the trash.
Because if he goes as far as like the merge and then anybody from this tribe goes with him, like if Jeremiah goes to the merge with him, Jeremiah's going to spill the beans. Like, it's just like, this is like going to be.
If there's a swap, then
exactly. Everyone's
he needs to get rid of it before the swap. Because once the swap happens, all the information is shared because you're trying to build new relationships with other people. So they're like, what's happening on your tribe? And you're like, well, if I don't tell them that Alex has an idol, somebody else will tell them and they'll garner that new relation. They'll get the benefits of that information.
Of sharing that,
of sharing that. So I have to share it. So you do have to share a lot with people. Like you can't not, otherwise you're not bonding because people can tell you're withholding if you're not giving them anything.
Well, that's another side of sharing the idol that is bad, right? The target that it puts on you. And that actually, I feel like that would give you a pretty solid ground to just not share it. And even when you have to tell your ally later, just be like, dude, I've seen it get people out of this game too many times, even when they tell their alliance. And I don't know, tell them you swore to your dying mother that you would never share an idol. If you got on the show, like
a dead mom life,
whatever it takes to like reestablish trust, but it's better to just keep it a secret because there's too much that can happen once it's known.
You have to. What about this as a play? You know it's probably going to be a swap. So you as a tribe come up with fake information that you can all share so that your stories can be cross-checked when you hit the merge. That's probably too many levels deep.
I think if you could plan it, that could be interesting. I like that kind of stuff. I'd love to see something like that, right? A coordinated misinformation kind of a thing. Yeah.
At the swap. Yeah. Where there's like, okay, there's only 3 of us going into the swap. We know a swap's happening probably today. What are we going to tell the other tribes so that we can get in good with them, but also not give up our real positions with each other and in the game?
I like it. But then like someone's going to mess it up.
Someone's going to mess it up and be like, hey, so what happened is we had this
a
deal
plan
where we were going to tell everybody the wrong thing. So everybody's going to tell you this, but then you could weaponize that because then you could be like, no, they're telling you the wrong. It's a classic he said, she said.
We need more of that. We need more misinformation so you don't know what's true. You know, as viewers, that's what we want.
Yeah, as viewers.
Yeah. Anything at Tribal Council stand out?
Other than everyone not being able to talk.
I think Sophie's shifting from we have to keep our tribe strong to we need to have a loyal group going into the merge, which is the classic. Like if you're a physically strong person pre-merge, you're preaching to keep the tribe strong, and if you're not strong, you're preaching to keep it loyal so that you have each other's back at the merge. And Sophie last week was like, we have to keep it strong. We got to figure out a way to keep it strong. And this week when she decides she's definitely one of the weak links, she's like, loyalty has always been the name of the game.
I've thought about it. Strength is not the priority. That's a good observation. She definitely changed her tune on that. That was
Yeah. She's adapting, Sophie. Commented on our podcast early on. We know she's out there listening. We still love the sound of her voice. And this is to any of the contestants or future contestants or former contestants, you show us love on the podcast and we have no choice but to love you back. It's just like the way we work over here. You love me, I love you right back. So Sophie, shout out. Still love you and very happy. I love that shift in direction. Nope.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
I was thinking that I initially, and I'm okay to admit, like it takes a big person to admit when they're wrong, but physicality is not the direction we should be going. We should be loyal. We need, and I am one of the most loyal, obviously. So
it's smart. It's smart change to make, especially as your tribe's dwindling and you realize, okay, well, people are going to start picking each other off. So yeah, I think it was smart.
Jeff did ask about going to tribal so many times this early in the game. Again, Sophie answered the question. Gets your head in the game. Is there benefits to going to tribal so many times? For me, as a former player, I think you don't know where the lines are going into a merge or a swap if you don't at least have one tribal council where you can be like, who's on my side? Who's kind of at least on my side? Who's voting the same direction as me? It might all be unanimous that first time, but at least you can trust those people enough in that moment that there's something. Otherwise, it's all fluff and hearsay. Like, oh, you telling me that we trust each other? That's great, but you haven't shown me at all. So I think if you're a tribe that hasn't gone to tribal council at all before the merge, that's bad. Because you don't know who's boiling under the surface at someone or for what purpose, who's targeting someone but hasn't ever been able to target them because they've never gotten to write any names down. So I do believe that getting to tribal at least once, I don't think you have to go
like 3 times in a row.
Yeah, you don't have to be on a disaster tribe by any means. But going once is helpful.
Yeah.
No, I think that's true. Yeah. And I didn't understand why Annie was like, I think it was Annie who said, I'm good to go to tribal. Let's go again. I was kind of like, why would you have that attitude? Like, we're not in a stage where you're like, I got people I got to get rid of. Let's start getting them out of here.
She needed to get Jake gone.
Yeah.
That's what she was so dead set on that, right?
She's the puppet master. She believed
she was not at risk.
Yeah. Okay, Annie's out of the scene. Cameras off.
Exactly.
Cameras off.
I really think she did. She's ready to go to tribal because she's running tribal in her mind, right?
Yeah. She's so confident she's getting all the way to the end. It's so great. It was so great. I loved it, but watching it, I was like, I don't think I would feel great watching it back if I were Annie and the editors were like, check out this lady. She thinks she's the boss. Nobody cares. And she doesn't know it. And she's not going to know it at all. Not even a hint or glimmer of knowing it. I'd be interested to know if she had a hint or glimmer of it at all, or if this truly was like full blindside.
Yeah.
It seemed pretty full blindside.
She didn't seem to. And Nicole seemed like she was going, something's up. You know what I mean? Like, it's not feeling right. She couldn't do anything about it, but she didn't look like naive. But yeah, I didn't feel that with Annie.
Do you think Sophie felt under threat enough to maybe playing her shot in the dark? I think you don't get a lot of opportunities to know whether or not to play your shot in the dark. So I think if you feel like you're in that position where, are people telling me the truth? Could it be me? Right. Am I the weak link? Am I the second target? Am I the decoy? Mm-hmm. You have to quantify then and the votes and be like, if they're selling me the thing they're selling me and I play my shot in the dark, do we still have the majority? And at that point, I think you just play your shot in the dark.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're sure that, that's hard. I've thought about the shot in the dark before. Like, I feel like things would have to be really grim for me to use that. But
really dire?
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, you want to save it, but I think the further you save it, the less likely you are to catch wind of needing to play it.
True.
Yeah. I feel like to at least this tribal, Annie was such a clear target for their group. Yeah. I think maybe Sophie just so for this time, but maybe if they go to tribal next time, she definitely should play her shot in the dark because like her and Jeremiah aren't in that bromance thing.
Yes.
And it's just a little bit unknown of where Jake's head is in terms of where he's going to vote. So next time, maybe. But for this time, I feel like the tribe they're just very unanimous on who they're going for. They're like, it's definitely Annie, guys. It's definitely Annie.
Yeah. I think, last week, I think Nicole and Annie should have both played their shot in the dark.
Oh, for sure.
Was it Annie who was on the?
Yeah, she was on the bottom too.
Yeah.
But for some reason.
Yeah. And this week, I think Sophie probably was convinced, just like, no, we have your back. We have your back. And they had built enough of a bond, because someone saying I have your back only works if you've already had that bond. Otherwise, it's like, I'm in trouble. You told me you have my back, but we haven't built a bond. Like that's a red flag.
I don't know if I could play my shot in the dark on the very first tribal, though. That would feel so weird to me to like instantly be like, okay, first tribal, I'm scared, throw it out there, right? Like, even if you feel it, that would be hard for me to be like, I can't believe I'm playing this on the first episode. Like,
I mean, Nicole felt like she got enough of a read multiple times that she should have probably played it.
There was enough, uncertainty.
Yeah, but you never know. Everybody's trying to mask it all the time, so it does get tricky. Annie doesn't trust anybody in the game but her gut. People, we get some eye rolls, and there's a little battle there. And Annie is gone. Gut got her.
Her gut lied.
Voted out second. Yeah, her gut lied. Totally lied to her.
Yeah. She's gonna be questioning that gut moving forward.
Trust issues. There's gonna be a lot of trust issues.
Yeah.
And she was visibly upset at the initial shock. I thought we were gonna get like a better outburst than telling Alex that she loved him and then saying she loved everybody. She shifted to good vibes so quickly. And never a question from anybody else. That's it.
Hey, how about the teaser for next week? Did you watch it?
I did watch it. So a sea snake? No, he didn't really get bit. I think he just got touched.
What got me was the Jeremiah. We thought it was called an infectious laugh, but that was straight up maniacal. That was that was next level. That was an amazing evil maniacal laugh. So I'm excited to see what that was in response to.
Yeah, he has. I think it's a very fine line on his laugh between being maniacal or infectious and contagious, or giddy. Yeah, giddy is the perfect word for it. So yeah, and then I touched one of those sea snakes on Winners at War.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was on the beach, and they don't move very fast on the beach. I just flicked its tail to get it moving. And one of the camera guys came up and was like, "Do not touch those. They are very venomous and deadly even. They are. That snake that we saw is deadly."
Wow. I didn't know.
Not aggressive. I think they have very small mouths. It's hard for them to even bite a human. And I'm assuming Jake did not get bit.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see. If he did get bit, he's getting pulled from the game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Holy crap. That's scary.
Yeah.
Just putting that on number 203 for why I will not be signing up for Survivor, because I'm also afraid of birds. So that's a high.
But you have to assume if something happens, they'll
get you out of there?
No, there was a time when I believed that if something happened to me on Survivor, CBS would take care of my family. I think that was naivety that was telling me that would happen.
For life.
Now I'm like, they'd probably...
That'd be nice.
Yeah, probably wouldn't happen.
Like a gift basket? Is that what you mean? Something like that?
A monthly gift, a monthly muffin of the club.
Jelly of the month
club.
Jelly of the
month club.
For life.
For life, dude.
Okay, I'm into it.
Yeah, guava, peach, it's all there. Yeah. Okay, before we take off, let's get to our prediction zone that Ashleigh created, and we like to do every week.
I created it, not Riley. First off, who do you think did the best move for their game this episode?
I mean, there was the subtleties of Nate just like fitting in. I also think Sophie recognizing that she's the weak link, and also, I mean, I don't know, it's hard. I don't want to give Sophie too much love because then people will be like, you're biased just because she
commented
loves your podcast.
Hey, listen, it's not my podcast, and I was gonna say Sophie handled that well. I mean, she was potentially under fire. I think she stays, smooth under pressure so far. Get rid of that brain fog, and I'm excited to see her at 100%. So I'm probably rooting for her at this point with how she moved. Yeah.
I think Nate keeping chill, and able to maneuver. I've also prided myself on being able to bond with younger generations, and I think I see a lot of Nate in myself, where it's like I don't love that they're talking about vibes nonstop, but I also understand that that's what's happening. Let's just go along with it. And I can even be part of it. And that's totally fine because I'm cool old guy now. I went from cool young guy to cool old guy. A lot of cool young guys don't make that progress to cool old guy. They just like become uncool old guy. And maybe I'm not self-aware. Maybe I'm just Annie in myself right now. But yeah, I think Nate was very, very strong there. Strong play at fitting in. How about you, Ashleigh?
I'm thinking Juwan. Winning the journey.
It did keep him in the game.
I think I think he was getting, on the outs of the tribe, and he was looking for possibly an idol, or he was just really bad at finding twigs. I don't know, but that whole situation made the tribe not like him very much. So him coming back with that, and then not putting it on the blue tribe, I think kind of showed that he wasn't like evil. You know what I mean? Which I think for me, that would give me better vibes in his direction. You know what I mean? So I think overall, his whole decision thing was good for him.
Yeah, but
he's got Savannah gunning for him now.
If I'm Savannah, if I'm Savannah and I see Juwan have this hero moment for himself, that's agitating me more.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
She's going, how can I spin this?
Yes,
I can spin this.
I'm a journalist.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way to spin this victory into a failure somehow.
In this moment, I'm a biased journalist, and I am biased against Juwan.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the worst move? From this
worst
episode?
move is, it's just Annie's entire day. Like
just the day.
The multiple days of build up where she could have just gone with the flow. She could have just, been a little under the radar. And I am a person of strong belief that if you go and get the opportunity to play on Survivor, go as hard as you can, because you never know when you're going to get that chance again, or if you will. Say the things you want to say. I would regret coming home from a game where I decided just to lay low, and then I got voted out early and was quiet and didn't do anything. So I was like, be boisterous, be loud, be yourself, just show people who you are, because you might only be there 5 days. But if I were Annie, would I maybe wish now, watching it back, that I'd just taken naps and laid down in the shelter and not really put myself out there this early? Yeah, I guess so. So it works both ways. Annie, you just stepped into the driver's seat when nobody wanted you in the driver's seat, and you didn't see it.
Yeah, very true.
Mm-hmm. I would say that's the obvious one.
Yeah.
And then if we want to throw a little bit of negativity at Sophie, the ball and chain hiding that we mentioned before.
Yeah.
That it will be inconsequential, but it was not going anywhere.
Or Alex sharing the idol with everybody.
Oh, true.
Yes, that's
up there as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that's the one. We already talked about that, but I think not just immediately hiding that and finding a better time to share with Jake. That was it.
Ashleigh?
So I was going to say Juwan again, just because I keep thinking about the bag and how that would piss me off as well.
Good and bad.
Yeah,
he's the good and bad. Wow.
And bad.
Yeah.
Because I hate bugs too, and I can only imagine how that irks her.
Yeah.
But I would also, definitely Alex telling everybody about his and just being like, you know what? I'll tell Annie too. And I was like, you don't have to tell everybody
If
about
she's
your
going
idol.
home, you shouldn't tell Annie.
Don't
for
tell
what?
anybody.
Yeah.
It's a secret.
If
What
you're going
happened
to
to
save her,
secrets?
if you're going to save her, tell her. But if you're not going to save her, don't tell
Yeah,
her.
you could see on her face too. I think
had
she
that
kind of
hope.
thought,
Gave her that hope.
Mean.
It was extra cruel.
Mean.
I think people have gotten to the point where they really feel like they have to try and blindside somebody always and make not just blindside them, but overcompensate, make them feel comfortable because of this fear that they'll pull something. So you see that a lot, like almost unnecessary amount of reassurance. And you're like, okay, mission accomplished. Like now you're just making them fall even harder.
Yeah. You're creating a lifelong enemy.
Right?
Yeah. After the game, you didn't have to do it that hard. Yeah.
Okay. Winner picks.
I'm riding with Jason still. He's still chill. Nobody's complained about Jason. The only issue, he's too good at puzzles. If people are threatened by that, come merge time, they're going to try to find a way to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And Jeff pointing it out at the challenge did not help.
No.
If I'm Jason and I hear Jeff say, Jason, 3 in a row on puzzles, I slow down on puzzles.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe I don't nominate myself for the next puzzle. But everyone's going to nominate you. Then it's your fault if you lose because you didn't go step up. So Jason's pigeonholed himself into having to do puzzles for the group every time.
Oh, poor Jason.
Which is fine. He's good at puzzles, but he needs to be so under the radar on everything else that people don't pit him as a target at the merge.
Agreed.
So, Shaun, what do you got?
That's tough, man. So early on.
We never get it right. So don't feel bad.
Yeah. You know, I'm kind of rooting for Nate. I don't know if he can stay hip enough with these young kids to like stay in the vibes. But beyond that, I think he's smart, and I think he's going to do some strategic moves if he gets the chance to. And I think he keeps a level head, and I always respect that. So I like him. I hope that he can maneuver the social game with the age gap.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking MC until she went over and told like the business to Sophie a little more than she should have. But MC's
Sophie
been
with
doing
an E.
Yeah, Sophie with an E. Because MC, she's really good at challenges. I don't think anyone's like giving her props yet, but she's really great at challenges.
They did say that on the episode.
Yeah.
The
And
3-pack
people
was
like her.
MC's good at challenges. Yeah.
And people like her so much. I like her too. But I'm like, just be careful. I know it's easy to spill the beans nowadays on Survivor, but you shouldn't do that. So last week I said Jeremiah. So I'm going to say Jeremiah. I think people just like him. Just from like face value alone. And I think that's going to get him into many different alliances. Now that he knows about Alex's idol, he can use that if he gets to the merge and like use that as leverage and like secret sharing stuff. So he doesn't have to share any of his personal secrets. I think, so.
MC,
and he's non-threatening. I think Jeremiah, like people aren't wanting to gun for him. They don't feel, even if he is being strategic, he has a non-threatening way about him.
Yes, exactly.
He does a silly, playful way
kind of fun.
that he gets away with. And MC, going back to MC, I think MC for me is the person I would gravitate towards she would be my number one. Based on what I'm seeing here, if I were on that tribe, I would immediately, after watching the way MC's navigating, socially being great, but not being overbearing on anybody, seeing that she's understands the game completely and being good at challenges, I think I would personally make it my goal to be like, yo, MC, let's me and you figure a way out. You navigate your little thing. I'll navigate my little thing. We'll come together in the middle and see if we can take control of this.
Yes. I did find it interesting that she did not trust Matt. When Matt was the one who wanted.
What do you think it was?
I think it was the beard and the dreadlocks. She's like, something put that together. She's like, nope. I'm like, that's the person who wanted to bring you into the alliance. Like he liked you because you're a doer. And she's like, I'm not going to do it here. And so, yeah, I hope that she can reel that back and kind of figure out how to use that
Maybe
alliance
she'll come
properly.
around on Matt. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
I like the older guys this season. Sometimes they get these older guys and they're so quirky and weird that it's almost like
Annie.
Yeah.
It's a comic relief almost to watch them fumble through the game. But I think Matt and Nate, I'm like, you guys, if you can stay socially in it, they seem great. I like them both.
I do also like that they are struggling with that and are aware that they're struggling with it.
They're aware that they are, exactly.
Yeah. Because I go places and I'm like, these kids talking to me like this is like, stop. But like in this scenario, you have to just like let it go and be cool. And like, I wouldn't ever correct anybody this on the island, just especially like, I'm not gonna be like, stop saying vibes so much, but I would definitely in my confessionals be like, they say those words a lot.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
Okay. What else we got, Ashleigh?
All right. Next boot.
I think we're seeing another loss from Kayleigh.
You think so?
Kayleigh. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
I think we're seeing another loss from Kayleigh.
Well, if that's the case, it could be Jeremiah.
Yeah. Well, it could be. Or
I think Alex is going to try and get rid of Sophie.
You think that'll be the moment? Well, there's my prediction.
And I think that the ultimate decider is going to be Jake.
Yes.
Or Jake might get somehow caught in the crossfire and it's him.
Yeah. If
or he gets bit by a snake.
I think it's Alex.
Oh, you think it's Alex? Or it's Jake going home because he got bit.
Or we got a medical leave.
Yeah, it could have a medical leave. I think it's Alex. I think Alex is going to, the idol. Everybody already knows about it. They're going to neutralize it because nobody knows where his head's at, especially after watching his interaction with Annie.
That's true.
I think they're going to blindside Alex.
That'd be great. Great TV for us. Sad for poor Jake. His
romance
heart
ended early.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be part of it.
Exciting for Jake.
Yeah, he's going to be part of it. He's going to realize he needs to get rid of that idol because it's not his and he doesn't know if he can trust Alex fully.
Yeah. I was going between the I love you. Yeah. I was going between the three of them anyways. Sophie, Jake, and Alex because of they're just like, they're not getting along. Their love triangle is just not working. So one of them has to leave.
They have to.
But yeah, they're the disaster. I'm gonna pick. I don't want to pick Sophie, but I think
because she's a fan of the podcast.
Yeah, and if Alex was smart about it, he would have to like orchestrate it a certain way and then slap the idol on someone who he doesn't want to go home. So then it would be his one vote against Sophie. That would make like the most sense. But I don't want her to go home. I like her.
Yeah, Shaun.
I'll throw another one out there. Let's say a different tribe goes to tribal. And Juwan goes home because Savannah rallies everybody against him, and somehow
that definitely could happen.
Yeah, she works the group and makes it happen.
Yeah.
I mean, she's already in that foursome, and Juwan is out of the foursome. Yeah. So I think she's already got the leg up there. So I think that definitely could be. I have been in that position before, Juwan's position, where it's like, kind of need to win, and I kind of understand that, but maybe I'll be okay if I am not, and I wasn't okay. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I can see all of those. Anything else, Ashleigh?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Thank you all for listening, for tuning in. We had immaculate vibes, cinematic vibes. I don't even know how to use these words.
All of the above.
Sorry that we're so cringe this episode. We didn't do it. Survivor did it to us. Shaun, you already said your Instagram, the Johnson Files on Instagram.
Files. And if you live in Utah, Arizona, or Idaho, we got some Christmas shows coming up. They go on sale tomorrow, actually. So that timed out well.
All improv.
These are improv shows. Stand up tour is next spring. But improv is this Christmas. Yeah.
Okay. I will be at the Gilbert show, Gilbert, Arizona.
It's the Monday
November.
Before Thanksgiving. So if you're going anywhere for Thanksgiving.
Not the Monday before.
Okay. Yeah.
So
we'll hit you up.
Okay. We'll be there. And Ashleigh, thank you always for being here early ahead of schedule. Yes. And creating this podcast with me, just you and I from the ground up. Really, really great job from us. Until next week, everyone. See ya.